It's the NFL on EA Sports, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Steelers and the Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
They go play action now. Lawrence. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. Now Lawrence to throw. This one completes to Tunyon underneath.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And every time you step on the field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
Lawrence. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. That is caught.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 23 yards on the play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He gets it to Thomas. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
So on fourth down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. 7 yards there in the first down screen play.
The Ravens at 11-3 on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl front runners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Here we go.
They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
George Pickens, the intended target.
And it's third down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away their timing.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Robinson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Richardson now on second down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Was sacked by the line. Davis.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards and take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Richardson now on third and goal. Under pressure, they got him again. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Sly able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening two drives.
Yeah, it feels like two boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll get this to Lazard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put...
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they have their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
On second down, here's Lawrence. This one completes. It's Onion underneath. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Lawrence. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they can't bring him down. And the Ravens are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get down.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not just, he came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Richardson to throw off play action.
He'll buy some time right.
This to the tight end, Kincaid.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. On the option left, Richardson.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Ravens have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The extra point by Sly is up and good,
and the lead is now 10-3. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
On second down, Lawrence. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now it's second and 10.
Hey, I'm gun.
Lawrence will throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Now Lawrence to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First play's a run with Nwangu. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Here's second and 10. Second down, here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. He's across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Second and 10. Richardson on second and 10. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Here's Richardson to throw. A short throw pulled in by King.
And a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Cleveland Brown Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Patrick Mahomes leading the way there. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Kendrick Bourne, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's got his target. That's complete.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Armstead running straight ahead.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. That is caught.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Gets this out wide to Pickens.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
His pass complete to George Pickens. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Thompson Robinson now.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Play action. Now Richardson.
He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Darnell Washington.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Slide for the PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Broken tackle for Kelly.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Steelers 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Broken tackle for Kelly.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Rip, 23.
Lawrence. That's to the tight end, Wiley.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
After the penalty, it's Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Josh Wiley.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
31. Steelers 10.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 79 Broncos, 19 Lions.
Now Richardson back to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Rig alert, rig alert.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Hold it ready. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 10 more there and another first down. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Ravens.
They go play action with Richardson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the... Never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
On 1st and 10, a handoff. Nope, it's a reverse. And the razzle-dazzle not going to work out. And they're just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up second and 10 at the Steelers' 21-yard line.
Pass to 60, pass 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Second down, here's Richardson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Breaks through the contact. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lawrence will throw.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
To about the 23.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Richardson off the play fake.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Ravens stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Sly on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lot. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game.
Picked up by
Xavier Howard. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Here's Lawrence. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Baltimore, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.